If you're anything like me, you've already watched all the tips and tricks videos on how to get started on YouTube. All these view counts are proof that this is a pretty popular topic, but after consuming all the top 10 videos that you can handle, you still don't know how to get started. How do you? The truth is I've wanted to make this video for way longer than I care to admit. I can say that this is the most important tip or trick or whatever the hell you want to call it to getting started. And by the end of this video, I will provide irrefutable evidence that that's true. Just bear with me. Let's do this. A transition. Hi, I'm Santino Campanelli. I'm a musician and filmmaker based out of Los Angeles, and I'm painfully reminded how inconsistently those pay real human money. And as a result of the pursuit of these interests over the last 20 years, I've picked up a pretty wide set of skills that make me a nightmare for anybody else who wants to have a say in things. You know, like filmmaking, I've made a feature film, sold it. I've performed in front of thousands of people. I've been writing music since I was 13 years old. I've learned a lot of different things, so I have a loose idea of what I want my channel to be about. I'm a creator and I want to make a channel for creators. And first things first is naturally when you want to jump into a new venture, you brush up on it, you learn everything you can. And fortunately, YouTube's a great place to come and find answers to all the questions you may have about how to start on YouTube. What to do, what not to do, how to hack the algorithm, specific practices for thumbnails and titles, paid courses, the search method, ASQ method, the TSS method. And there's so many ways to approach this and so many differing opinions on what works 60% of the time, every time. But then what? Okay, so I know all the tips and tricks now, but where even is the starting line? What do I shoot? What do I even say? Why even am I? And the more questions that I answer, the more questions I seem to have. I just know that I want to make something. And like most of you, I love YouTube. So I've always wanted to create something specifically for the YouTube platform, not just the music videos and film-related stuff that I've been working on for years. I've always wanted to make something like this. All of that to say that I've been absolutely paralyzed by indecision and all these questions stacking on top of questions and self-doubt. And then a couple of days ago, it hit me. Just like I want you to hit like and subscribe. It suddenly dawned on me that I had yet to use the greatest life hack in my entire arsenal. My super trick. My biggest tip. Are you ready? It's obnoxiously simple. It makes me angry how simple it is. I'm angry right now thinking about it. And you'll probably be angry too once I reveal what my biggest tip is. But stay with me. Just start. Just start. Just go out and do it. If it fails, it fails. Cool. Fail again. And again. Then do it again and fail better. That's it. That's the big tip. I spent months watching YouTube videos about how to make YouTube videos, and I never made a damn YouTube video. No more procrastinating. It's time to move out of my own way. Enough is enough. But then I came back to that haunting question. When the camera's rolling, what do I say? So address that. The first thing you can do. Doesn't have to be turn the camera on. For me, it was sit down and write a script. I don't know what I'm gonna write about, but just start writing. And before I knew it, I was writing the script to this very video. Line by line, an idea formed. I know, how meta to make a video about how to make a video about how to make a video about how to make a video. But that's literally how I got started. That's how most folks get started. They just start and then figure it out along the way. And with every sentence I typed in this loose first draft of my big first video, I started to find a voice and a direction. It's not 100% there yet, but it's forming something. And here I am talking to you. You're watching my first video. Yay! And I know it's easy to tell someone to go full Nike and just do it. The truth is, there's no better life hack than to be willing to be a hack in life. It's better than being a never was. At least you're trying, at least you're going out and doing something. And even if you have to toil away in mediocrity and obscurity, you're honing that skill. You're working on it, you're building it, you're growing it. You ever look at certain successful people and ask yourself, why them? Usually it's because they just did it when most people didn't. There are so many damn quotes too that we hear all the time, like a giant blinking neon sign pointing towards our goals that we ignore. Like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Or you're never a loser until you quit trying. Or my favorite that my father's been telling me since I was a kid is if you do nothing, nothing happens. So go do something. Go do the thing. It's not until I think back to any of this. It's not until I think back to any of the. Am I having a stroke? It's not until I think back to. It's not until I think back to any of the successes that I've had that I'm immediately reminded of all the failed attempts and missteps that preceded those successes. So I decided once again to pick up the lost art of doing the damned thing. And this is it. My shot, my start, my irrefutable proof that this big tip works. And sure, we'll probably all look back at our first attempts at anything with a little bit of embarrassment. I know I often do, but for me, regret is far worse. And like most of the other things I've started, I have no idea where this is gonna go from here, or if it's gonna work out at all. The odds probably aren't great, but the odds are absolutely zero if you don't do it at all. So go do it. And if nothing else, I'm rooting for you. Outro. If this video inspired you to get out of your own way like I just did, and to finally take the leap and maybe make a first video, or perhaps there's something else in your life that you've been putting off and you just started, then drop me a line in the comments below and let me know about it. Go get it. Ending. Oh, I can't believe you're still watching. Awesome. All right, I'm going now for real. Woohoo, first video done.